Corporation of your state. Happy listening. Thank you.
News Beats.
Newsbeat on Oluyole 98.5 FM is a newspaper review program in English, and of course right here we are coming to you live from the stables of Oluyole 98.5 FM right here in Iliakede Orita Bashoron in Ibadan, and also because we're live on the broadcast network, radio network of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. We're also live on Agility 92.1 FM, Okiogun 96.3 FM, and of course for our online audience we're also live on Facebook, facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM, Twitter at Oluyole FM, Instagram at Oluyole 98.5 FM. We're also live on Radio Garden and of course Mixler. We're on mixler.com/Oluyole FM. All right, so this is how we do it, Mondays to Saturdays, every week, 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. Okay, we give you details from the newspapers, read the headlines, give you details, and of course give you opportunity from wherever you are to contribute to any of the topics that catches your attention, or you feel you might want to know something more, you want to say something better about it. So in due course we will be opening the phone lines, and for those who are just joining us today, it might just be your first time. Okay, so by 7 a.m. we will be opening our feedback channels, phone lines, social media platforms. You can go right now and drop your comments, and by 7 a.m. we'll just start with you. All right, so once again, you are welcome. I have a copy of the Nation newspaper right here.
Yes, and I have a copy of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right, it's the 16th day of the 4th month. Wow, April has gone.
April 16th.
All right, major headline right here on the Nation newspaper: Tinubu, massive spending way out of economic crisis. This rider, APC stalwart gives post-virus revival pill. Okay, sounds like, when I say revival. But somebody gave his what he used or what he took, and everybody was shouting. Our governor said something and everybody took it. Somebody is saying something and they are calling it a revival. Okay, we'll give you the headlines.
Some people I will say our governor was not was being economical with the truth. And
okay.
I was quite surprised when the governor himself now came out and said that he actually heard all those things, and he actually told the populace that look, this thing is real low. That the fact that his own immunity could fight it. That
some people might not be that lucky. That's true.
It goes a long way to show that when we say these things, that they do hear us, and then he actually came out to clarify
exactly
issues on that. Now, COVID-19 still on Tinubu. Tinubu wants cash support through BVN, says most families need relief. It makes case for side workers, private farms, banks, others. That's on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune.
And we have right here, fire raises shops at Ibadan markets. That's Dugbe. And of course, the Corporate Affairs Commission at Abuja office also went up in flames yesterday. Details of the different inferno across the country on page 4 of the Nation newspaper.
There are pictures of that infernal Dube on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Was a really
millions of naira up in flames right there.
I feel for those traders and the relief agencies and the government have to be able to do something for them.
I hope they have insurance. That's another thing.
Now Nigerians with 5,000 naira and below in bank accounts to get relief items, says federal government. No money for
Tala, you don't qualify. Governor Sheyibakine is hearing you. By the time that I'm sure you will allow that alert to sound before government alert. So when CBN looks at their account, say Lord,
so I wonder most civil servants will not be benefiting from this thing because by the time their salary is paid off.
I know some people will be planning, let me quickly go and withdraw what's in their account. Sit down there. your salary will soon come in. I know some people say, Kai, so this early salary thing has its own bad side. There's no bad side. You are not poor. You are not amongst the people that they need to access this fund. So please just stay your day. Let the government reach out to the necessary people. But I think it's okay with the BVN digital, banking. Yeah, reach out to some people.
And if things are done with transparency, with sincerity, with genuineness, I think it's the way to go.
Yeah. They call them the urban poor, not the villagers or whatever. There are people who can't afford, to credit their phones with more than 100 naira, maybe once in a week. They are not like my guy here that can put 10,000.
But my worry again is that quite a number of these urban poor do not have bank accounts.
That's true. Well, some don't. Some have. Some just don't have anything inside the account. So a lot of people have been through that kind of situation where your account balance, if you look at you and you look at it, account balance that look like jam score, and the thing is just there. So there are a lot of people in that shoe, and I want to believe for them to come up with this idea, they must have done due diligence to look at how many people they can capture. Automatically, anybody with a current account does not qualify. Because your statutory balance alone is more than 5K. So, but I think it's a good project, if you ask me. I think it's a good one. It's a good one. Well, governors seek control of palliatives. Demand federal cash. News details on page 28 of the Nation newspaper. Okay, governors want to be in charge.
And the problem with that is that in most states of the federation, people will not trust their governors. Going by past experiences.
They had better trust their governors because I can see the picture of the NGF, the Nigerian Governors Forum chairman here. They get whatever they want.
People will tell that they prefer to be shortchanged by the federal government rather than
their state government. That's serious. That's serious. Well, you want details of that? Governor seek control of palliatives, demand federal cash. Details on page 28 of the Nation newspaper.
Now, federal government releases 200 billion naira to power sector. From page of the Nigerian Tribune.
Is that our April payment?
Well,
I don't know. Maybe when we read the details.
It is to improve the power sector, and but like I always say, that we've heard all this before. I don't know.
We've been there now. Is it today that they didn't just start giving them money now? We know, but they should just even if it's, I think the promise was 2 months. Even if it's just 8 months, let people know that there will not be an increase on their bill. But I don't know how they will handle the prepaid customers anyway. People that have paid for have bought power for 2-3 months. Maybe they will suspend the meter. The meter will not be reading.
Well, I think the story is talking about something more permanent, even beyond COVID-19.
We're
talking about supply of more gas and
better. At least, people can look forward to it. IMF to Nigeria invest $3.5 billion on healthcare education. I know there's this controversy about Nigeria does not owe IMF well. As a federation, Nigeria does not owe. There are states that are owing. Plenty about 5 states that are owing. But then not only that's not even the news right now. Nigeria has applied for $3.5 billion loan from IMF. So they are, somebody will say they are speaking You apply, like, Tola, give me 10 naira. You're not telling me that you use 10 naira. You didn't say use that 10 naira. You use 10 naira to buy so and so.
And not the 10 naira I'm going to give you.
Thank you. That's exactly what's going on here. IMF to Nigeria invest $3.5 billion on healthcare education.
I think it's a way of asking us again that what we gave you in the past, what have you done with
That's
it?
just it.
I think it's a way of asking us. So tell us, okay.
So this one, use it for this. Details on page 29 of the Nation newspaper.
President Donald Trump is in the news again, and the global condemnation as Trump halts WHO funding. President Trump was talking about mismanagement of those funds, and he angrily decided to stop funding to WHO.
What a man. But I mean, my own opinion, I felt stopping the funding might not be the best option.
You don't cut your nose to spite your face.
I mean, although we started seeing people joining him, Australia has joined him. So we are stopping our fund. I don't know how much Australia is giving them anyway. But I mean, they said, well, we might not totally agree with the American government, but on this, because of what they did, the WHO side with China, we are with Trump on this. Okay.
Well, you begin to see what this is all about.
You should know now.
Politics.
Thank you. Thank you. 32 patients discharged in Lagos, Osun, Kaduna, FCT break COVID-19 transmission link. Buhari urges PTF. Oh, not bad news altogether. Still some good news. Pockets of it across the country. 32 patients were discharged the last 24 hours. From Lagos, Osun, Kaduna, and FCT. COVID-19 patients that were discharged right there. Details on page 8 of the Nation newspaper.
And more stories on the need to probably brief security agents on rules of engagement when it comes to enforcing this lockdown thing during this period of COVID-19. There are some worrisome headlines there. Human Rights Commission accuses security agents of killing 18 Nigerians.
I watched that clip yesterday. I just opened my mouth. COVID-19 has not killed up to 10. Okay, 11, right? 11. I've not killed up to 15.
And we have
trigger happy security agents have killed 18
Nigerians. And what level of provocation would warrant pulling the trigger at any? It's pathetic. It's pathetic. These are avoidable deaths. Moreover, the people, a lot of clips keep coming up every day. I saw one shot one. They had to attack. The lady was driving. They stopped her. And the next one, FRC official that was, I don't know what he must have taken before he came out. The next thing went to, he vented his anger on the car. Went to just remove the plate number. I said, when did they start this one? As in, he literally tore off the plate number like a piece of paper. I said, So sometimes they smash your side mirror with things happening.
Not touts, officials.
Uniformed officials.
We can do better as a nation. And we should do better. We should do better. The IG, every necessary person should just, talk to their men. You are out there to maintain law and order. Not to cause, another entropy altogether. We don't need more deaths. 18. Come on. COVID-19 didn't kill them all.
And we also have 2 killed in Anambra as police engage youths. Scores injured as anti-lockdown protest. Rock Sapele.
Imagine. Wow. Okay. All right. We'll be all right. We will be all right. We shall be all right. Well, the other major stories, I'm just going to take them one after the other. Major headlines on Nation newspaper. Niger turns back Lagos travelers. It's a serious thing to be a Lagos returning now. Well, how did they even get to Niger State? From Lagos?
Number of states they would have passed through.
It is well. I thought states are on lockdown.
And having come that far, well, I think the Niger State government should just have
they had better just quarantine them somewhere. They are not going back. That's the truth. Go back.
But if the story says that they were turned back, it means they could. If there are,
They will find different ways. The Niger State is big. You can enter through different places. It's arguably the largest. Okay, I think maybe is it before or after Borno State? So there are several entry points.
And I still think that something needs to be done about this security against the people who are supposed to enforce this law. What we talked about violence the other time. Now the rumors, the stories we are hearing is that they actually extort people and they let them pass regardless of the
which is not wrong. Which is not wrong. I mean, these are things we hear every day. Except just wants to shy away from the truth. I mean, this is what we hear every day. All right. Ogun gets molecular laboratory. We have those qualified for cash transfer. Just the headline you read, 5,000 naira below. Lagos to feed 100,000 youths now. They'll be cooking and serving cooked food now. Okay, that's another angle. Rather than give fresh raw food, they will be cooking now. Good. Daily testing capacity now 3,000 nationwide. Door-to-door sample collection begins in Lagos, FCT. Khan, Christian Association of Nigeria, calls for 7 days prayers. Abdul Razak, that's the governor of Kwara State, holds a virtual ESCO meeting. What's the big deal about holding virtual ESCO meeting? I notice a lot of people have been posting it. I might be wrong. Well, in a place where you must see yourself before you do meeting before. If you start doing virtual, it's a big deal.
Well, there's a picture here.
Yeah, Mr. President too doing virtual meeting.
Teleconference.
In fact, the Honorable Minister of Telecommunication posted yesterday that they just installed it. I said, are you telling me it does not exist in Azure all this while? I know there are some things you don't even post.
You
should not have posted that now. I said, bros, are you telling me that in 2020 you're just putting teleconferencing stuff inside?
Obviously, he sees that as another political achievement, and you are the ones to beat his drum.
He thought so. He most likely thought so. But that's it. 2020? Really? Haba. Well, okay. Congratulations to everybody who started teleconferencing. At least let's appreciate them. They did something. Okay. I mean, where people have been zooming on their phone and Skyping and I mean, okay, celebrate it. It's okay. Doctor dies after treating patient. World leaders knock Trump over withdrawal of WHO funding. A doctor dies after treating patient. I mean, saving somebody from death, he himself took it.
Sacrificing the line of duty.
Well, and the last story is the one you took. World leaders knock Trump over withdrawal of WHO funding, except Australia. Those ones are not knocking him, they are supporting him. In fact, they are hugging him and joining him.
Yeah, the AU described President Trump's action as regrettable. That's how they put it.
Well, the richest man in the world weighed in too. He's also one of the major donors, single donors to WHO. Bill Gates, he said, well, that story is as bad as it is. This is not the time to withhold funding. And I think I support him. This is not the time to withhold funding. The WHO is supporting countries. They just sent a batch of their supply to Nigeria. 50 ventilators, a lot of products, even more than the Chinese. Of course, the Chinese one is free anyway. But then, and you can be very sure whatever you get for WHO is world class.
Definitely.
It's not Chinese. I'm sorry, I'm saying China again. But you can be very sure, you understand? So, countries that were unable to test before, courtesy of WHO, now they have this. So this is not the time to withdraw funding. My opinion. But Mr. Trump has done what he will do.
Wants to spike China.
I know. He has done his best. You have any other stories there?
As I'm coming from Oyo State, we've identified 90% poorest of the poor to receive palliatives.
90%. That's huge.
90%.
That's huge.
Oyo government.
We pray it goes directly to the poorest of the poor.
Well, I believe
that's what matters most.
Well, I believe with Governor Sheyi Makinde, you will notice some antecedents in this particular governor that he will not stand for corruption, he will not stand for misappropriation, he will not stand for mismanagement. Well, I'm not singing here, but we've seen the quality of leadership, and definitely, and whoever tries to do otherwise will probably face the music.
I totally agree with you. But many times, if you look at, for example, let's speak Lagos, the governor meant well, but the people working with him chose to politicize it, and then you discover that it's some party people that are getting it. It's our time, you know. So I mean, and the governor can't be the same person going to Ayeye, going to Molete, going to Imalifalafia. He can't be the same person. He can't, even if he chooses to just give to some people, he can't, cover everywhere. And so I'm saying this not even just about the person in power, but about us. We the people, when they give you 100 packages, go on your street, or you go house to house and give these 100 packages. Not that you transfer 20, into your house first, and then you say, hey, so this one did not vote for us. That one, no. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. It's about even we the people here. The best government will do is release the packages. The process of distribution, we must choose the path of integrity. Do it right. Okay, so this is actually, a call to everybody who will be involved in that process. Please do the right thing. All right, with that, I think I'll just go to the sports page right here on the Nation newspaper. Zakari gets set target with Real Betis. Oh, that's nice. A Nigerian player getting a shot here outside the country. And we have Osime, Ice top EPL team. Oh, we wish you all the well, all the best. I mean, Gado Gottman, you two should get something nice. We have Baka Boss, Highs UEFA Champions League trophy glory. Okay, Basa now. Well, let's see how it goes.
We're still on seeing why I rejected Arsenal move in 2015.
Oh, Simon.
And every Newcastle fan will welcome Ashley exit. That's on the sports pages of the Nigerian Tribune.
Chukwueze can get better at Villarreal. Sounds nice.
And a Castle Trophy Lagers postponed 2020 Africa 5S for COVID-19.
And this is about World Cup. Sepp Blatter tips USA to take over 2022 World Cup from Qatar. Okay. And we have Tokyo Olympics in fresh danger. All right, because at least we know it will not happen this year again. It's going to be next year. I said there's fresh danger. Okay, don't worry. When Bolu agitation comes up, we'll be telling you details of that. All right, Green to NFF. Don't renew Ross contract. Why? A former chairman of the Technical Committee of Nigerian Federation, Christopher Green, is saying they should not renew General Ross contract. He might have his reasons. Well, Bulu has a lot to say right now. Well, we're due for a commercial break. We'll go sell some stuffs, make some money. When we're back, we'll give you details and some brief analysis of any. Please don't go anywhere.
Mama, brother, sister, coronavirus will be COVID-19. Make we not use and play because if it keep person coronavirus na very bad disease wey fit spread from one person go reach another one if we not dey careful. But what we fit do to avoid them? Make sure say you dey wash your hand well with soap and water from tap for 20 seconds. Make you dey use hand sanitizer wey dem use alcohol make to take and rub your hand well. Make sure say you not dey touch your face or any person face or even hold anybody self. Always give people 1 meter or 3 feet gap. If you see say person dey cough or sneeze, make you take off from the person But anytime you want cough or sneeze, make sure say you do am inside your elbow where you fold If you can't like say you get fever, sore throat plus cough, and you can't sneeze join, make you lock yourself inside house and care make you call 0800 9700 0010 and person go attend to you sharp. This message now from Coalition Against COVID-19, CACOVID.
News Beats.
All right, so glad to know you're still there. You're listening to Oluyole 98.5 FM on the program Newsbeat, newspaper review program in English. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
And I'm Tola Teriba.
All right, we're back. We gave you the headlines before we went on that short break, and we're back with the details and brief analysis. Tinubu, massive spending way out of economic crisis. To get out of the economic hole into which the coronavirus pandemic has sunk the nation's economy, the government must spend massively. APC stalwart Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has recommended. The one-time governor of Lagos State called for urgent measures to be taken so that citizens can be relieved and businesses salvaged from likely collapse. Asiwaju gave this advice in his paper, and he has some points there, 8-point recommendations. Suspension of 5% deficit limits on fiscal responsibility law, return of agric market and commodity boards, expansion of school feeding program, emergency sustenance payment, farm to market facilitation, suspension of import, diplomatic push for debt relief, financial sector measures. These were some of his suggestions. But then, of course, key point is government needs to spend massively. We need to spend our way out of economic crisis. Details on page 8. Tinubu, massive spending way out of economic crisis.
Something that caught a rider that caught my eye to that particular story. Now it says Tinubu makes case for SAG workers, private farms, banks, others. Now, this private farms, for instance, you see a situation whereby a lot of private farms are now saying that they are not going to pay for the period of the lockdown. They are not going to pay their workers.
Work, so
they are not going to pay for work not done. And you begin to now worry that this you are working with a private farm, and we have this story here: Nigerians with 5,000 and below in bank accounts to get relief items. And if you are not working with a private fund that will not pay, you have a little amount in your account, a little over 5,000 that is definitely will be running out during the period of COVID-19 lockdown. And the federal government now says, okay, because you have so amount, maybe you still have like 25,000 or 50,000, they are not going to pay. And by the time that is exhausted, and already you have been categorized as not being among the urban poor. So I don't know what case Tinubu has actually made for people working in these private organizations, even the banks as well. What I think it is something that the government should begin to look at. Let me read this story.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, on the issue of 5,000 naira. People with like being the ones to get palliatives, and the story says, I think it's on page. It says, I can't seem to find the story here. Maybe you have it there with you there.
On 5,000 naira. Well, it was just a suggestion.
Okay,
have you gotten it? Okay.
Nigerians who have more than 5,000 naira bank balance will not receive the federal government's palliatives to mitigate the effects of the present lockdown due to the coronavirus pandemic. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Sadia Farouk, revealed this in an interview with State House correspondents in Abuja as she spoke of the modalities being put in place for disbursements. She said that ministry intends to focus on the urban poor as it carries out President Muhammadu Buhari's directive on the palliatives. COVID-19, Nigerians with more than 5,000 naira bank balance won't get palliatives, says federal government.
And then you begin to wonder, anybody with a current account, you don't qualify?
Most civil servants.
No. Civil servants have regular source of income now.
I don't get paid.
Ola, you don't qualify. Stop mentioning civil servants. You don't qualify.
Definitely you get paid even if you are not going to work civil servants. You still get paid.
Automatically, civil servants were out. Don't even bother listening to this news. You did not hear it. Anybody with a current account, your statutory balance alone is more than 5,000 naira. So forget about it. Okay. Now my challenge now is for people who might have money that is actually not their own. So that thing is popular. You are in a group, maybe on your streets, or your mosque, or your church. People contributed some money. They kept it in your account. You know, some people say that now you have money that is actually not yours. And government looks at it and say, this one has money, even though you know it's not your own. Okay,
but definitely, you know, people would. It's very unlikely that people would trust a hungry person with their money. It's like where it's like a trusted.
Part of the daily contribution people, they are just. That mean actually don't even have, you know, a corporate account. Using his own personal savings account.
They will not select the hungry one among them. They are like they definitely.
All in all, I think it's a good idea. Really,
it is.
I think it is. It's worthy of commendation. I just hope they pull it off the right way. It would be very nice. People just sitting down in their homes and getting alerts. You know, maybe it's just 5K from government. It would really be nice. You know, you don't have to go lobby anywhere. You don't have to go rush and queue for anything. You don't need to know anybody. The central bank just, you know, it's digital. Just can you imagine Microsoft Excel generates every BVN number with, you know, cumulative accounts. If you like, have 20 accounts. They check all your accounts. You have below 5K, you get the alerts. Brilliant.
And I mean, the federal government will tell us the modalities by which these things would be done. Don't submit your BVN to any unscrupulous person asking you to.
That thing is trending now. Somebody sent me something. Go to any ATM machine, you know, enter your ATM card, press this, and say, press that it should debit you 10,000. Does this guy not think I will read it? Unfortunately, you know, they started with the headline, federal government cash transfer, you know, that you'll be getting cash transfer, but you'll be going there to debit 10,000. I said, okay, don't worry. I hope those people say somebody that does not have 100 naira will go there and put it. They will debit your own account too now. But unfortunately, a lot of scams are out there now.
Of course, you know, the fraudsters are going to want to key in on
please
on
don't
this situation.
send your BVN or your PIN number to anybody. Say they are calling from central bank. Which central bank? He's I'm your account officer, and they will, and you know the annoying part, some of these guys collude with bank officials. They will know your name. Some of them will even know your account number. They will know your date of birth. You know, and so you'll be wondering, I think it is true. It is not true. Federal government, no bank is asking for your details. Please do not. And if you know anybody who has been, I got the message. I got that message yesterday. I mean, well crafted. Say, Kai, these people, you know, so please let's be safe, stay secure. The little you have, don't go and give it to one scammer. Please.
And these things are carried out by very cerebral Nigerians who are using
telling you,
intelligence.
You need to see
purposes.
that. I mean, I'll show you that message. You need to see that message. I mean, it was well crafted. You would have concluded, no, this is Buhari money. It's not Buhari money.
And if only they would use such intelligence for better things.
I wish so. I seriously wish so. Let's quickly take this story before we open the phone lines. 32 discharged in FCT, Lagos, Ogun, Osun, and Kaduna. I think last time I checked, yesterday we only have 4 people remaining. You know, so out of 11. So it's not so bad news altogether. No fewer than 32 COVID-19 patients were discharged yesterday in the Federal Capital Territory, Lagos, Osun, and Kaduna states after making a full recovery. 16 were discharged in Lagos, including 3 foreigners, 9 in the FCT, 6 in Osun, and 1 in Kaduna. 27 persons ended isolation in Niger after testing negative to the virus. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in a tweet said the patients were 14 males and 2 females, including a British, 1 Chinese, and a Polish citizen. The embassy should be thanking also. They are helping their people. According to him, 14 of the discharged patients were from the mainland infectious disease hospital Yaba and 2 from the Unikon Isolation Center. 32 discharged in FCT, Lagos, Osun, Kaduna. And for those who are, I think you still continue to pray for Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State. Rufai is saying, I am still positive. That's not that yo. I've said it. Rufai is still positive. Don't go and be calling me and be saying sorry. There's no Rufai. I am still positive. You know, the Kaduna State Governor, Nasir Rufai, spoke yesterday on his COVID-19 status that he's still positive for the virus. He confirmed yesterday after chairing the State Executive Council meeting through a video conference. I mean, he's not celebrating video conferencing. How about? I thought I was the only one feeling. I mean, there's somebody doing it and he's not making a show of it. God help us in this country. All right, so Kisi, please continue praying for Rufai. He's still positive, so that it will get off it. I mean, I'm sure he will get over it.
It will definitely be okay.
He does not look like somebody with any symptoms. I'm pretty sure he will be fine at the end of the day. Time check 7:04 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. Sorry, we're 4 minutes behind schedule. Phone lines are open for your distinguished listeners to join the discussion in the studio. Where are you calling from? You are welcome. I can see plenty comments on Facebook for me here, waiting for me to do justice. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, Twitter too. Those ones two are not carrying last. The phone lines to join the discussion in the studio: 09025038006, and the shortest one 08055009850. 08055009850. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
My name is Christian Bellis from Oluyole.
All right. Let's have a comment.
We are having negative response because our mobile is invading everywhere, even in my area.
Your area?
And yes, last night we have to be calling the police. Now, when we panically lock down, earlier I know, when we are having two cases. Now,
please turn down the volume of your radio set. It's like you're close to your radio set. Please turn down the volume or you move away from it. Thank you very much. Okay, it's better now.
We lock down when we are not supposed to lock down. Now, more cases are which going to be on. Now, I think we can advise people to wear something that can cover almost all part of their body, like not wearing long sleeves, wearing curfew, and making giving nose cover. I think that's enough because it's not airborne, as they said. So people can still go about their business instead of 2 weeks lockdown, 2 weeks another lockdown, 2 weeks another lockdown. It's having a negative effect on individual and the economy of the state and the Nigerian as a whole. So let's do something about this thing. We cannot continue to be on lockdown. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Well, I last time I checked, the state is on partial lockdown, which can still be worked on. But then, of course, he mentioned something about security, which is very important. I mean, we can't wish that away. The security agents need to be on their toes to do the right thing.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Now, please got me calling from Turkey.
Okay, Mr. Godwin, go ahead.
In Africa.
Wish you same.
Yeah, sir. I want to talk on the bank issue, EPN of the thing. I think what you said right there is the truth. I could see that one day somebody text me that my ATM card is dormant and someone comes to the bank. When I got there, he said to me that
Hello, Mr. Godwin, go ahead.
So I think that there are people inside the bank that are giving them information on every people that have account here. So that's the thing I want to say about that one.
Yes.
So if you don't want to say, let them use the CPN to people because like now we are suffering. Our job is down. I can't go to anywhere. So you don't want to transfer anybody there to from there.
All right.
And let them monitor the CPN. That's the reason.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Godwin. And I think it's the BVN they will be using to give those people with.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Where with you?
Hello?
Good morning, we can hear you.
That's a lot.
Could you please turn down the volume of your radio set?
There's a massive feedback from your hand, Elijah. Maybe you call us back, man. There's a serious feedback from your hand.
Hello, good morning. Oh, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
We can hear you.
This is no Balogun calling from Okeo.
Okay, nice to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my concern is about the issue of BVN. there's a way government can go about it. The central bank has a BVN of all the Nigerians that have accounts in different banks. So it's something they can easily do is get the BVN, go through the accounts of the owner, and send to them. Let them have the alert. That is one. Two, about the statistics of COVID-19 in our state. When you get to our primary health center, you can see the way workers health workers are dressed. That shows that there's no effect. They should be kitted. These people, they are just exposed to hazards. Yet, state government is saying that they have spent over 1.5 billion or so. So we have not seen the effect as such. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I don't know where you get that over 1.5 billion, but I'll try to see if that exists. But I mean, let's be careful of some data we throw out. Anyway, we have another caller here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm coming from Malaysia, Kwara State.
Okay, all the way from Kwara State. All right.
Yeah, on the issue of feeding, the government announced that all people carrying food stuff should be allowed to pass. But this, our law enforcement agency, they are still tormenting people carrying food stuffs to vulnerable places. Please help us stop this. It's serious in my area, very serious. Extorting money from them.
Wow.
On the other issue of BVN and cash transfer, I'm telling you, if the government wants to do something, they should do it. Forget about the cash account. Some people have different accounts, different people's money. Like you said, the Babala just. So if they want to give, they should give. How much is 5,000? They should do it literally, generally. How much? Everybody in this country who have BVN cannot be more than 50 billion. So they just transfer 5,000 to every account. That's what I'm saying.
You know why I would
Thank you so much.
kind of stand with him on that. Every Nigerian has been inconvenienced one way or the other by this lockdown. So even if you are not paying for the fact that someone is poor, you should be paying for the fact that someone has been inconvenienced. Inconvenience allowance, I would put
some people call it hardship allowance.
Oh, hardship allowance.
That you have to go through this. You know, I think it's important we read this out for the benefit of those who are listening. Okay, let's just go ahead and pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. Your name and location?
My name is Afolabi Michael from Surulere local government.
Okay.
Please, I just want to thank Mr. President for that superlative he has cheating to the nation. I pray that he will live longer in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Goodbye.
Oh, that's all. Amen. Mr. President will live longer. Amen.
Prayer for the president.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Let me see if I can do justice to the social media. The calls keep coming.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, we're with you. You're on.
That's Alaja from Shapi.
Okay, Alaja, please go ahead.
Alaja Salami Kai.
Go ahead, ma.
Good morning. Well done, you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma.
I'm seriously concerned about this, the palliative being distributed. These people are saying salary earners should be out of the system. Are salary earners not locked down? Please, we should do something tangible for everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Alaja. And we also like to, well, at this juncture, I think we would like to encourage more of our people from Okiogun and the Barakpa to also call us and make their views known on these various issues.
All right, we're due for another commercial break. But before we do that, somebody called and said, "Oh, you said I spent 1.5 billion." I think that's not true. A major headline right here: we have not spent 1 billion. on COVID-19. And I can see the picture of the State Commissioner for Information right there, saying as a contradiction to the news making round that the Oyo State government has spent a sum of 1 billion naira on the fight against the novel coronavirus. The state government has dismissed the claim as fake news, saying it should be disregarded by Nigerians and the people of Oyo State. Okay, I think that's more, concrete. I just read from inside Oyo newspaper right now, a major headline. I'm not sure they spent 1 point. It was 1 billion before, now 1.5. We'll do for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue with your calls. Please don't go anywhere.
Coronavirus not be your friend, oh. Coronavirus not be your friend. I say coronavirus not be my friend. Coronavirus not be your friend. I dey wash my hand with soap for 20 seconds.
Me, I dey use my hand sanitizer.
Me, I dey keep my social distance, oh.
Coronavirus don't dey for town. Mr. Wakadume.
Madam Toku.
Coronavirus don't dey for town.
My sister, my brother, coronavirus don't dey obodo Nigeria, oh. The virus bad well. You fit get am if you touch person wey don't get am, or waiting person wey don't get am touch. Wash your hand well with soap and water for 20 seconds, or use hand sanitizer. Give space of 1 meter or 3 feet from everybody, and stay inside your house. So if wetin you wan go do outside no important well. If you wan cough or sneeze, do am inside your elbow wey you fold. If you get cough or high fever and you dey find am difficult to breathe, abeg o, make you call 0800 9700 0010 for help. Abeg, make we join hand fight this disease together. So stay for house, not be forever. This message now from Coalition Against COVID-19, COVID.
News Beats.
So glad to know you're still there. This is News Beats coming to you live from the stables of Oluyole 98.5 FM. We're taking feedback. Okay, we'll go straight back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, you're on. We can barely hear you. Maybe you call back, ma. Please call back. We can barely hear you. Hello? Please just call back. Let me quickly go to Facebook. So many comments waiting for our attention right here. Okay, let's do Twitter while we wait. Prince Ademole on Twitter says, Oluyole FM, government should stop lying to Nigerians. Who is lying to who? Government should stop lying to Nigerians. How will Lagos State feed 100,000 youths during lockdown like this? Who will distribute it? Lies everywhere. How did Oyo State recognize 90% poorest of the poor in Oyo State? Nigeria president pay any amount to everybody? That's somehow. that's somehow. Well, let's go back to the phone lines.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello? We can barely hear you. Well, we'll work on that. Seems the phone line might have a little challenge right here. Let's pick comments from our social media platform. Ibrahim Saleh Haruna is saying, good morning, sir. On the issue of NPAR beneficiaries, federal government promised to start paying on 14th April, but nothing is received up till this moment. Please help us talk to Hajia Sadia Farouk to do so. I'm Aruna from Odoru, Ogbomosho, where Aruna, if NPAR was under your state, Tola might be able to send a message to the governor. NPAR is under federal government.
NPAR is not
so well, we can talk from here, but it's still their choice. I don't know Umar Farouk. Please, so go through the necessary channels to reach to her. It is well. I'm sure they will pay anyway. Let's hope for the best. AdeNiyi Shegun, I say good morning, sir. Our security is to guide and protect the nation and not causing more havoc. Better measures has to be taken, and I wish transfer money from the federal government to reach every Nigerian. That's AdeNiyi Oluyole Shegun. We have another caller here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Ademole on the line from back home.
All right, Mr. Ajanaku, nice to have you.
Before the program.
Oh, Mr. Ajanaku, please call back. Please call back. You want to say something before the program or something? So please do well to come back, to call back. Let me quickly go back to our comments. Ola G Ajagbe, okay, Ola Ajagbe from Ogbomoso says, I want to contribute to the issue of prayer organized by Khan. My advice for Nigerians to support Khan because we should call on God is the only way out of this problem. I agree. We need God. Agbomojo Olewa says, but we are all asked to stay at home. Oh, there is God. Please stay at home. It's good for us. We have another caller here. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
Thank you, Sola and Tayo, for your point analysis that you are doing. On this cash flow or conditional transfer by the federal government, is it everybody that has this year that will benefit or what? That's my question. This conditional transfer of funds to Nigerian account. This every Nigerian that has this year. Because we have to go for central bank sometimes to go down from some Nigerians are ADM.
Well, trust me, neither Dayo or Tola might have answers to that particular question. You might need a Garba Shehu or a Femi Adesina to respond to that, and so let's just wait for them to clarify on who will get what. So let's not preempt them.
Because, hello?
Yeah, we're with you.
Because Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, quote and unquote, that government needs massive spending to get out of this lockdown or to get out of this COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes.
I want to see the way things goes now. Nigerians are suffering. And the fact that Nigerians have what we call the weak mind of understanding the government. Government takes Nigerians for granted too much. They are taking us for granted too much. They said we should be left in, and there was no food. Then in Osho State, for instance, I'm calling you from Osho State. In Osho State, they only give us today and today. By 12 midnight today, we are up again. So how do we go about this kind of situation? The children is not enough for us to spend the money.
Well, according to news, we had your governor flagged off cash transfer now. It was in the news. The line is breaking.
This social investment they are paying. It's being paid to APC member. What's anywhere? That is the experience in Osho State. They pay this money to only APC member.
All right.
You can repeat him in here that they continually say the platform they have is the beneficiary. It's 2015. For God's sake, it's all of us noticing. I don't know if the member messed up. It's uncalled for. Let it go round. Let it be massively go round to every indigenous district.
Okay. All right. I want to believe the necessary people can hear you. Thank you so much for your comments. We really appreciate you.
And there's this story here again that says hungry Lagos residents troop out to beg for food. Relay trucks with foodstuffs.
I mean, the videos are plenty on social media. People who just want to find a way to survive. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. The line is not too good, sir. Can you please call back? Okay, it's better. It's better now. It's better now. Let's go ahead.
All right. I want to get the government concerning transfer.
That line wasn't too good. Please call back. We promise to pick your call. Omoto Shayori, they saying well done. Bab Salam saying well done. Olaji Ajagbes, you people are too much. Oh, thank you. All right. We are Matthew Olaleru. The issue of releasing money to disco has not been yielding any positive results. Federal government should please find a way out to this power sector problem. And saying, okay, for example, in my area and the environs, the supply of power is nothing to write home about. Okay, but at least you're having a little bit happy. Agba Mojo Wale from Gumosh say, but there are some people account that lives on anti. I don't understand. Please, I need money, brother. Please, okay. Say, auntie, please, I need money, brother. Please help me. Say that there are some people that live on that.
Quickly go and collect it now before.
You have people like that, have you?
Oh, definitely.
Plenty. Uncle, please send money. All right, I think I understand him. All right, we have Benjamin Oyedeji saying, morning, sir. Can the management please extend your time on here? They are hearing. The management can hear you. They can hear you. All right, and Olaji Ajagbe saying from Ogbomoso, I want to contribute. Okay, I think we've taken that a while ago. So many comments. Ajayi Jacob say, God bless this nation and God bless your state as well. Thank you very much. Abubakar Kadiri say, good morning, sir. I'm Abubakar Liu from Osun State. Just want to tell you, well done. Thank you. You're also doing well. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Dayo. How are you today?
Good morning, ma. We're fine.
Nice to hear your voice again.
And yours too.
From Ogbomoso.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, please, I just want to contribute on this palliative that federal government wants to give through BVN holders. Now, I didn't start with you from the beginning. I don't know how much per head they are going to give.
It was not stated.
It was not stated, okay, because I was trying to do the calculation, because I think the statistics for now is that less than 40 million Nigerians have BVN. And I'm pretty sure not up to 1/5 of those will be qualified the way they are going about it, and they want to give only people that have less than 5,000, that have 5,000 naira. So if one does the formation, you will see that what they want to give out is just meter. Why are they being so nicely? Because the 40 million people that have the BVN, that's just 1/5. That's just 1/5 of the total population. That goes to show you that not very many people have money here in Nigeria. Because that population is just the population of people that keep money in the bank. The other people don't even know anything about the bank. The assumption is true. So the remaining 4/5 of the population, they don't have BVN. Those are the actual people that need the money, if I may say. So what are the provisions they are making for those people? This BVN, if they want to give, they shouldn't segregate and say some people that have 5,000, they should give everybody. It's just 40 million out of about 220 million people. So it's very minute.
Well, let's not preempt government, doctor. Let's not preempt the government. Okay. I'm sure they'll give details.
But, okay, because the most important set of the population is the people that don't even have the BVN. And we've been on this matter for a long while. By now they should have factored out some kind of strategies to reach these people. They are the ones that need the money, for crying out loud.
Well,
thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for your comment. We really appreciate you. Okay, can we answer one more call? Social media, sorry. I'm not sure I want to go there right now. This place is teeming with okay, I think phone call is better.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, from Shaki.
Okay, all the way from Shaki.
Yes. People have been saying the right thing. You see, people who need this money have no BVN at all. They rely on the people who have BVN. You are the one feeding them. People in the church, the mosque. So please, it is not people that have BVN that you know that they can talk people this money be given to. Yes, this money will be found. So please, help our government. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Okay, finally, let me just manage to take one from Twitter and then we are done. 17th January at Yomi Titun is saying, Newsbeat, I remember GJ's Minister for Information saying back then that we should be grateful to GJ for bringing Facebook to Nigeria. Now, Minister for Communication wants appreciation for installing teleconferencing in 2020. Yomi Titun, you are not nice. I see what you are just doing there. That's some shots fired, Yomi. All right, that's the much you can take on the show today. To come your way again tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. It's the Newsbeat. Thank you. Sorry, no more calls today. Bolaji is in the studio. We have a question for you. All the sports. Somebody that said they should not appoint Raw. Bolaji is in the studio. Don't worry. Sport It Beats have started like that. What is Raw's offense? We like him now.
Yes, I think majority actually like him. If you ask me, looking at people's opinion and what he has done for Nigeria, yes, it might not be the best that we've had, but one thing you can see is that we've seen the development in that team. We've seen growth in that team. We've seen him go to the World Cup with the youngest team in the world, and we've seen how he has managed those young boys. I mean, to be world beaters, if you ask me. And he's done pretty well. Why not just allow him to continue? And today we're hearing that NFF will offer him a new contract. He will get the contract today.
There's one name,
it's left to him.
One Mr. Green that is saying they should not.
Yes, Chris Green. I said that they should.
We saw that headline.
Well, that's one opinion, but it's left to Kenneth Raw if he would accept the new terms in that contract or not. Those terms look very stringent, if you ask me. Asking a Franco-German to remain in the country, she only travel to his country thrice in a year, asking to be paid in Naira, all of those things. He needs to consider that, talk to his lawyers and see if he can accept those terms or not.
All right, that's it. Boluaji, you've heard the voice. He's right here in the studio. Up next, Spotted Bits. Till tomorrow when we join you again on Newsbeat, I remain Oladayo Ogumbo Wale.
And I'm Tola Teriba.
Don't go anywhere.
Good morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check 7:30, and it's sport time right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM, the Trailblazer. And of course, you know that